From small sets to the grandest, we'll conquer everything. Bender's got the magic touch, the master of the sea. Piece by piece, we're crafting worlds with our own hands, building memories that will last as we build castles in the sand. Living life in blocks of color and imagination. Every piece we fit together is a brand new creation. Bender Builds is here to take you on a ride. With every brick we stack, we're building dreams tonight. Bricktastic, we're gonna build it up high. Catch you on the brick side as we reach for the sky. Building dreams, let's make it real, let's make it true. Come join us on the stream, we're building it with you. From small sets to the grandest, we'll conquer everything. Bender's got the magic touch, the master of the sea. Piece by piece, we're crafting worlds with our own hands, building memories that will last as we build castles in the
Hello there.
sand. We're gonna build it up high. Catch you on the brick side as we reach for the sky. Building dreams, let's make it real, let's make it true. Come join us on the stream, we're building it with you.
Holy mackerel!
Hello there.
Living life in blocks of color and imagination. Every piece we fit together is a brand new creation. Bender Builds is here to take you on a ride. With every brick we stack, we're building dreams tonight. Bricktastic, we're gonna build it up high. Catch you on the brick side as we reach for the sky. Building dreams, let's make it real, let's make it true. Come join us on the stream, we're building it with you. From small sets to the grandest, we'll conquer everything. Bender's got the magic touch, the master of the sea. Piece by piece, we're crafting worlds with our own hands, building memories that will last as we build castles in the sand. Bricktastic, we're gonna build it up high. Catch you on the brick side as we reach for the sky. Building dreams, let's make it real, let's make it true. Come join us on the stream, we're building it with you. Living life in blocks of color and imagination. Every piece we fit together is a brand new creation. Bender Builds is here to take
Hello there.
From small sets to the grandest, we'll conquer everything. Bender's got the magic touch, the master of the sea. Piece by piece, we're crafting worlds with our own hands, building memories that will last as we build castles in the sand. Fantastic, we're gonna build it up high. Catch you on the brick side as we reach for the sky. Building dreams, let's make it real, let's make it true. Come join us on the stream, we're building it with you. Living a life in blocks of color and imagination. Every piece we
Hello
put
there.
together is a brand new creation. Bender Builds is here to take you on a ride. With every brick we stack, we're building dreams tonight. Fantastic, we're gonna build it up high. Get you on the brick side as we reach for the sky. Building dreams, let's make it real, let's make it true. Come join us on the stream, we're building it with you.
Hello there.
From small sets to the grandest, we'll conquer everything. Bender's got the magic touch, the master of the sea. Piece by piece, we're crafting worlds with our own hands, building memories that will last as we build castles in the sand. Fantastic, we're gonna build it up high. Catch you on the brick side as we reach for the sky. Building dreams, let's make it real, let's make it true. Come join us on the stream, we're building it with you. Living a life in blocks of color and imagination. Every piece we fit together is a brand new creation. Bender Builds is here to take you on a ride. With every brick we stack, we're building dreams tonight. Fantastic, we're gonna build it up high. Catch you on the brick side as we reach for the sky. Building dreams, let's make it real, let's make it true. Come join us on the stream, we're building it with you. From small sets to the grandest, we'll conquer everything. Bender's got the magic touch, the master of the sea. Piece by piece, we're crafting worlds with our own hands.
Hello there.
Building memories that will last as we build castles in the sand. Fantastic, we're gonna build it up high. Catch you on the brick side as we reach for the sky. Building dreams, let's make it real, let's make it true. Come join us on the stream, we're building it with you. Living a life in blocks of color and imagination. imagination. Every piece we fit together is a brand new creation. Bender Builds is here to take you on a ride. With every brick we stack, we're building dreams tonight. Bricktastic, we're gonna build it up high. Catch you on the brick side as we reach for the sky. Building dreams, let's make it real, let's make it true. Come join us on the stream, we're building it with you. From small sets to the grandest, we'll conquer everything. Bender's got the magic touch, the master of the scene. Piece by piece, we're crafting worlds with our own hands. Building memories that will last as we build castles in the sand. Bricktastic, we're gonna build it up high. Catch you on the brick side as we reach for the sky. Building dreams, let's make it real, let's make it true. Come join us on the stream, we're building it with you. Living a life in blocks of color and imagination. Every piece we fit together is a brand new creation. Bender Builds is here to take you on a ride. With every brick we stack, we're building dreams tonight. Bricktastic, we're gonna build it up high. Catch you on the brick side as we reach for the sky. Building dreams, let's make it real, let's make it true. Come join us on the stream, we're building it with you. From small sets to the grandest, we'll conquer everything. Bender's got the magic touch, the master of the scene. Piece by piece, we're crafting worlds with our own hands. Building memories that will last as we build castles in the sand. Bricktastic, we're gonna build it up high. Catch you on the brick side as we reach for the sky. Building dreams, let's make it real, let's make it true. Come join us on the stream, we're building it.
Goodness gracious, great balls of fire!
Living a life in blocks of color and imagination. Every piece we fit together is a brand new creation. Bender Builds is here to take you on a ride. With every brick we stack, we're building dreams tonight. Bricktastic, we're gonna build it up high. Catch you on the brick side as we reach for the sky. Building dreams, let's make it real, let's make it true. Come join us on the stream, we're building it with you. From small sets to the grandest, we'll conquer everything. Bender's got the magic touch, the master of the scene. Piece by piece, we're crafting worlds with our own hands. Building memories that will last as we build castles in the sand. Bricktastic, Living life in blocks of color and imagination. Every piece we fit together is a brand new creation. Bender Builds is here to take you on a ride. With every brick we stack, we're building dreams tonight. Fantastic, we're gonna build it up high. Catch you on the brick side as we reach for the sky. Building dreams, let's make it real, let's make it true. Come join us on the stream, we're building it with you. From small sets to the grandest, we'll conquer everything. Bender's got the magic touch, the master of the scene. Piece by piece, we're crafting worlds
Hello
with
there.
our own hands. Building memories that will last as we build castles in the sand. Fantastic, we're gonna build it up high. Catch you on the brick side as we reach for the sky. Building dreams, let's make it real, let's make it true. Come join us on the stream, we're building it with you. Living life in blocks of color and imagination.
911, what is your emergency?
I hear shots!
Okay, ma'am, calm down. What kind of shots?
Hello there.
We're building dreams tonight. Fantastic, we're gonna build it up high. Catch you on the brick side as we reach for the sky. Building dreams, let's make it real, let's make it true. Come join us on the stream, we're building it with you. From small sets to the grandest, we'll conquer everything. Bender's got the magic touch, the master of the scene. Piece by piece, we're crafting worlds with our own hands. Building memories that will last as we build castles in the sand.
Goodness gracious, great balls of fire.
Gonna build it up high. Catch you on the brick side as we reach for the sky. Building dreams, let's make it real, let's make it true. Come join us on the stream, we're building it with you.
Two hours later.
Color and imagination. Every piece we fit together is a brand new creation. Bender Builds is here to take you on a ride. With every brick we stack, we're building dreams tonight. Fantastic, we're gonna build it up high. Catch you on the brick side as we reach for the sky. Building dreams, let's make it real, let's make it true. Come join us on the stream, we're building it with you. From small sets to the grandest, we'll conquer everything. Bender's got the magic touch, the master of the scene. Piece by piece, we're crafting worlds with our own hands. Building memories that will last as we build castles in the sand.
Hello there.
Fantastic, we're gonna build it up high. Catch you on the brick side as we reach for the sky. Building dreams, let's make it real, let's make it
Hello there.
true. Come join Living a life in blocks of color and imagination. Every piece we fit together is a brand new creation. Bender Builds is here to take you on a ride. With every brick we stack, we're building dreams tonight. Bricktastic, we're gonna build it up high. Catch you on the brick side as we reach for the sky. Building dreams, let's make it real, let's make it true. Come join us on the stream, we're building it with you. From small sets to the grandest, we'll conquer everything. Bender's got the magic touch, the master of the scene. Piece by piece, we're crafting worlds with our own hands. Building memories that will last as we build castles in the sand. Bricktastic, we're gonna build it up high. Catch you on the brick side as we reach for the sky. Building dreams, let's make it real, let's make it true. Come join us on the stream, we're building it with you.
Okay, there we go.
Living a life in blocks of color and imagination. Every piece we fit together is a brand new creation. Bender Builds is here to take you on a ride. With every brick we stack, we're building dreams tonight. Bricktastic, we're gonna build it up high. Catch you on the brick side as we reach for the sky. Building dreams, let's make it real, let's make it true. Come
What's up? Welcome to Bender's Bricktastic Builds Live. Thank you so much for your patience and sticking through. I am so sorry. Trying to start the stream, we're having some 3D printer issues that I was trying to resolve because it needs to get going on this 6-hour print here. Because it's a 6-hour test print. I still need to know if this works and if I'm going to keep going with it. So sorry for the delay. Look at that, Max streaking. I see we got a new chatter. Kathy, welcome on in. Alright, let's start from the top. Oh, Mac already did the brown hydrate and Nicholas did the hydrate. Alright, let's get you going on those.
Silence! I kill you!
Ahmed, the dead terrorist.
Here I am.
Alright. To 3D printers and not working for the next 5 days. Hell yeah.
Hello there.
How? Oh my gosh. Hello. Oop. That tastes yummier than the Jack. I'm gonna say that.
It was at this moment that he knew.
Congrats to Mac on a 10 stream streak. Brixplorium's on a 7 stream streak, and Macca is also on the 7 stream streak. Let's go. Ooh. Huma.
Hello there.
Hello there. All right. We're at the top. Oh, we got Nicholas. We got Mac. We got G Monkey. Brixplorium. Kathy. 8590. Welcome on in. Welcome on in, everybody. Macca. That's a huge shot? That was a half a shot.
Game over, yeah!
Is that just what we're gonna be doing today, Macca? How am I doing? I'm doing okay. Took a little longer to get home than I expected. But I'm here. I got everything. I don't work for the next 5 days, which is beautiful. Lots of things to do in that time, but work isn't one of them. Hope you guys are doing great. Phil and Bricks, hello, hello. Welcome on in. How are you doing, Kathy? Thank you for joining us. I think that's it.
So you know what? You got a problem with Canada Gooses. You got a problem with me, and I suggest that one marinate.
I don't know what you're talking about there, bud. You know, I say, why don't we stop this, why don't we stop bickering back and forth? You know, why don't we head up to Quebec for the weekend? You know, we got wonderful fishing in Quebec. Alright? Go up to Quebec for the weekend. Do some ice fishing. Wonderful ice fishing in Quebec. Alright? Have a couple puppers.
Quebec should just leave the country already.
What will you do for the next 5 days? Oh my goodness, let me tell you. I don't know. I know there's a lot of things. I just, like, can't think of any of them. I know...
Oh, hey, how's it going, buddy?
Hey, how's it going there, bud? I don't trust stairs. They're always up to something. Eat turkey, though there shall be turkey. There will definitely be pumpkin and apple pie, because I have them. So, tomorrow, I gotta go pick up the pastries for the family brunch. I know Dee's gotta do something. I was gonna work on networking stuff, but I'm not gonna have time. We gotta work on our Christmas mock. Hopefully have that done before the weekend. If we have time to even bring that out, I don't know. Then Thursday, yep, got family brunch, family dinner, a little bit of downtime in between, not too much. Honestly, I probably won't be watching the Macy's parade, because I will be... I mean, like, maybe. If it's still on when I'm at my family's, I don't know. But I'll be on the road when it's on for part of it. Rather busy with stuff again. Gotcha, gotcha, Mac. Gotcha. Gotcha. Okay. Bears of the Black Friday game this year. Well, hopefully they keep their streak. If they win this one, they're in first for the conference, right? I knocked on the wood. I'm knocking on the wood so many times. Black Friday, I'm going down to the Lego store. Get myself an Enterprise. It's so quiet, I don't even trust it. Let me see how it's doing, real quick. It looks so... Hold on. All that crap and that's all you needed for that? Oh my god. All the crap it put me through. You're gonna stay up to buy your Enterprise? I'm just... I want it. I want to have it. I want to be done with it. That's where I'm at. I just want to be done with it. I want to have it and be done with it. So that is... Ow. myself or something? Okay. Saturday. So we got Friday. Friday is the Black Friday shopping. I don't know what else after that. Plan on being home at some time. That's the only thing I know of off the top of my head. Oh, I gotta help Dee's mom with something. That's what I gotta do. I gotta help Dee's mom on Wednesday too. That was the other thing. See, I knew I was missing something. There's too many things. I gotta write them down. I gotta actually like put it on my calendar. If it's more than 2 things, I'm not gonna remember all of it, and that's where we're at. So. Oh, and we're staying at my parents' so that we could go to the family brunch early and not have to get up super early to go to my parents to go to the family brunch. So that's the other thing tomorrow. It's a whole thing. I can't recall what's got to be in the afternoon on Friday. I think we didn't plan yet because we didn't know what time we were going to be home. But there's all that. Saturday, setting up my network crack with all the equipment this time. Brick Explorer, I know you gotta work on Black Friday, buddy. I'm sorry about that. If the mock is done, which I gotta find, I don't know how it's gonna be. That's what's gotta be done Friday. If it's not done tomorrow, which it probably won't be, it's gotta be done Friday. And then I gotta find time Saturday to bring it out there, hopefully. Or Sunday after the stream. So that's a thing. Why did I see G Monkey? Oh no. Hopefully my mock can be made. Somebody delivered my order to the middle of the garage door, and when somebody went to work at 4 a.m. they drove. There's internal screaming right now. Oh my god, dude. That's freaking awful. Yeah, there's probably not a lot of salvageable, it's probably not that salvageable, right? That's crap. I'm sorry, G-Monkey, that sucks. Alright, let's, this is what we're building today. We're building the Game Boy. I'm not holding out until I get the stuff. We're gonna build it. And I don't care about cutting it open either. Just open the damn box. Start building it. That's what we're doing. They're stickers, but they're the good stickers. Do you know why they're the good stickers? Because they should be stickers. That's why. That's why they're good. Because they should be stickers. Because the cartridges aren't printed, they have stickers. Looking good still, looking good. Working. I started that this morning. It was supposed to be done when I came home, but immediately when it swapped the filament, apparently it broke in 3 places, that spool. That spool broke in 3 places. And I didn't know about it until I checked my email at work at 6 a.m. Luckily my parents live like 19 minutes away and found what was left of it. Oh my god. 4 a.m. delivery. Was that Amazon then? Or do you really get your, do you really get, like, your FedEx and UPS stuff that early? Bag number 1. For the Game Boy. The Game Boy Classic. I did not own this Game Boy at any point. I started out with a Game Boy Color growing up. I had a Game Boy Color. My first game was Pokemon Yellow. Interesting. Like I said, I do plan on converting this to a working Game Boy Color with the modern amenities. Just I don't know when. Because procuring one, don't steal my code. I'm gonna get it so you knuckleheads can't, since I screwed that up. Yeah, it's the first time I did that. Left the code out. Earn points. Do math. To prove I'm an adult. What if I'm just an idiot? I can't get the points? There we go, I got my points. I got them. Stuck again. Nope. Oh, I heard I saw a pop. I don't like that. Must have. Yeah, I can see oranges. Okay, good. We got that done. Okay. Sorry. Spazzing out. Just so you know, we got... Ooh, right there. We got the Cursed Eddie shirts up for sale. So get them while they're hot. Have them in time to ruin Christmas. It's bleeped out, but you still can't wear it to school. Insert lenticular screen, insert game pack. Makes sense. This authentic LEGO Game Boy has been constructed using the finest materials to appeal to you, the discerning retro gamer. For the full 1989 experience, insert the game pack cartridge in realistic lenticular screen and ignore repeated calls to come downstairs for your dinner. Just make sure that you're home before dark. Oh, I'm sorry, home before the street lights come on. Basic set includes 421 pieces, 2 game pack cartridges, 3 lenticular screens, 0 batteries because you don't need them yet. Handheld history. Boop. Upon its launch in Japan in 1989, the original Game Boy was considered a revolution in video gaming. The portable, powerful console allowed video game fans to enjoy their favorite games on the go with a battery life that lasted up to a whole day. Our designers, very much fans themselves, have lovingly recreated its iconic form so that you can own an authentic place in handheld history. Batteries not included. Here's the little stigma with the last the whole day thing. That is with sound off, and this thing doesn't have a backlit screen. But you had to have the contrast, like, way down. which meant you had to have a really, really good light source to be able to actually see it. That was the only way you're getting the whole day out of it. Otherwise, I think it was like probably 8 hours. Of course, you got the game pack slot, the power switch, the display, the control pad, start select. There's the headphone jack at the bottom, which was not proprietary for that one. Actually, it wasn't. The only one that I remember being proprietary on was Game Boy Advance SP. I possibly the Game Boy Micro, but that thing was a frickin' joke. That thing should have never been made. It was like, it's a super small screen and blah blah. Like, dude, you can't see that super small frickin' screen. But it had changeable faceplates. That was like one of their selling points. I don't know. SP was peak for me. I mentioned last time, I didn't even appreciate it when I got it. But it ended up being the best frickin' thing. Extension connects, that's right, that's for your link cable. So you could trade Pokemans with your friends. Volume dial, obviously. You could hook this up to AC power. And there's a battery cover on the back. What are we missing? Where's the A and B button? Where's the contrast dial? Did they not include it? I know it was on the original Game Boy as well, because I've seen there's that whole thing of like training videos of like how to help the customer with problems with their Game Boy, and the guy comes in, he's like, I work on computers all day. This thing's DOA. It doesn't work. I tried everything. I swapped out the batteries. I made sure the cartridge was clean. I did all this. The thing doesn't work. The screen doesn't turn on, and then the guy just like messes with the contrast on it and turns it on. He's like, yeah, it's good. Here you go. And like, that's literally how it went. Like, he kind of like just like shut the guy up. And I was like, that really isn't great customer service, but sure. Whatever. Make him feel like a punk. Sure, the iconic casing might be the star of the show, but we showed just as much love to the interior of both the Game Boy and the game pack, obsessing over detail and color that felt authentic. I love watching people use the power switch. When they feel that snap, it always takes them back to the Game Boy realm. Nice. And of course you got Zelda, Link's Awakening, and Super Mario Land. Bum. Super Mario Land has one giant leap. Oh, because it used to be called Jumpman? Which, with appearances in numerous NES, arcade, and Game & Watch titles, Mario is no stranger to the world when he jumped onto the Game Boy for the first time in Super Mario Land. Launched alongside the Game Boy's release in 1989, the game sees Mario explore a whole new world called Sarasa Land as he attempts to rescue Princess Daisy in her debut appearance. You know, that princess that got snubbed from the new Super Mario movie. They went straight to Rosalina. They said, you got Peach, you get Rosalina. We don't even... Daisy was in that first movie. Daisy got that first movie, remember? With John Leguizamo. The responsibility to translate the much-loved platform-based gameplay from the more powerful NES to the small screen fell on the same team developing the Game Boy itself, giving them precious insights into the console's potential. They couldn't have fared better. Critics and fans alike agreed that it was a giant leap forward for a handheld title, with 12 expertly plotted levels packed with original enemies and a devilish expert mode for the seasoned gamers is still considered a classic. And there's some game screens. I believe those are probably the ones that are in the lenticular. Now, just to put in there for you guys, this was released alongside the Game Boy. The Game Boy actually came with Tetris. And yes, that is the screen that shows. Very cool. Now, Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening Small Screen Big Adventure. Released in 1993, 4 years after the Game Boy's launch, Link's Awakening was the small screen debut for the already popular Zelda franchise, adored by fans for its emotionally driven, story-based gameplay with wonderfully creative puzzles and challenges. This was the first Zelda title to be set outside of the Kingdom of Hyrule, and the first not to feature Princess Zelda in Link's Awakening. The titular character is stranded on an island. His only chance of escape is to awaken the mythical windfish by collecting magical musical instruments. Its place in the hearts and minds of gamers of all ages all over the world remains to this day. And there are screens for that. Some lifestyle photos there. It does come with the orange brick separator, which is right here.
Watch out, here I come.
What are you doing? I didn't even touch you. Nobody touched you. Why are you beeping? Legs didn't start lifting, did they? Good. That'd be bad. I don't know why the desk just started doing stuff. That's not cool. I should just unplug that, honestly. Because it doesn't work. It locks up every time I try to lift it, so I don't. But I don't know why it just like started. Weird stuff. Crazy stuff happens in nowhere. Okay.
It's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
Just want to make sure we're on the same page. There we go. Okay. They'll be restarting a few times on the instruction count. The 140 is for the Game Boy itself. This is for the stand right now that we're doing. So, just so you're aware. Really? There's a gap in the back? Gross. There we go. No, two. For these. That's where you save your lenticulars. I love it. Oh, very clever. So they all just slide in there and you flip them out all willy-nilly. So do what you want. I don't care. At least I don't have to keep track of them separately, right? That's what I'm happy about. That's what I'm happy about.
It's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
Nope, not even close. You still need to pick this one up? Oh my gosh, you really do. It's literally been on sale since before it even came out, which is hilarious because it's a big seller. Yeah, I ended up. I have to give a shout out here. I am remiss to say I didn't. I'm bad. I actually won this set from local brick shop. Very much so. Was gonna go get it at Costco. Literally, the only place that you could not get this one before its October 1st release was from Lego. You could purchase it from Costco for like 48 bucks. You could purchase it at Target. You could purchase it on Amazon. All for a cheaper price. The only place that had it full price was Lego.com. And you had to wait till October 1st. You could pre-order it though. Ooh, making circuit boards. Just right. Oh boy. Here we go. I'm going to use my art brick separator. And I'm going to be so very careful. It really shows to the top center. That looks straight to me. Okay, I'm calling it on that one. That one looks straight. Now this one, next up, it's printed, which I think is really cool. But this, in the real one, this would have been a recessed and have ridges. kind of hard to recreate that with Lego at that scale. There you go. So like authentically shaped sticker, love it. Every bit of that I love. And then it looks real enough, which is all that counts. Just always checking to make sure. So this print is like, this is like 6 hours. I am waiting. I do have my phone not on silent because I'm waiting to hear if someone is gonna buy some Lego sets off me today. I think they're yanking my chain, but we'll see. Kathy has returned! Welcome! Guess who's back? Back again. Kathy's back. So you Yeah, that's right. Y'all created a monster. I am hanging on by a thread here. I'm trying to keep my phone from falling while holding the Lego. Makes a lot of noises. I don't know if you guys saw Bamboo got a new. They're taking pre-orders and stuff. It's like $4,000. They have a new printer where not only does it change the filament, which any of the guys out there that you could ask, and it's the same with my Creality, but any of those printers that swap filaments, the biggest problem with them is it wastes so much filament because it comes through the same head, and then it has to purge the one color completely so it doesn't meld into the next one, and it also has to like cut off the filament and purge the rest of that when it does it. It's a thing. It takes a while. It wastes a lot of stuff. You get these little balls of filament poop, and it's like you get at least 2 of them per color. Like one when it cuts off the old one, another one when it gets going on the new one. It's a whole thing. And then you have this little tower that it starts going into, because even after it did all that pooping, it still could be messed up, so it goes into there, so that way your print comes out with the clean, pure filament color. What they've done is they said, nah, screw that. Instead of retracting the filament, putting the new filament in, and all this crap, we have different print heads, different nozzles that it'll feed it in to the nozzle, and it'll just like place the old one on the rack, go over, pick up the new one, and just start printing. No more poop. But it's significantly more expensive. Because then the other thing you have to consider now is if you use different size nozzles, you now have to buy 5 of that. There are cool things that I think you could do with that though. One would be if for I don't even know if you could do this at this time with this, but theoretically you could print with different size nozzles. Which could reduce print time even more. Say you have a basic shape that's one color. Even two colors, doesn't matter. But say you have a basic shape. You could pick a larger nozzle and print out that basic area much faster. Because it covers more space, right? Then you could switch to a smaller nozzle to print the details. I think that's super cool. I think there's a lot of things you can do with it. I think it's going to turn out really well. I'm not buying a new printer. This thing was expensive enough. I can't justify buying something that is twice as much at this time. Just not in the cards. I've been printing longer than a few of the other guys in the Lego space. Not longer than all of them, but a few. I had a very basic machine. And then when this one came out from Creality, I was like, hey,
That's one small step for man.
I've served my time.
One giant leap for mankind.
I had an Ender 3. I upgraded stuff to it, and it was just like, it was kind of just always more problems than it was worth. Like, I'd be running something, everything would be fine for a while. And then I go on the next print, something breaks, and it takes forever to fix. And like just redialing everything in over and over, it was rough. And it was a lot slower. It was a lot slower. But we got this, and I kind of love it. I kind of love it. The only thing I wish is I didn't have to use Creality Slicer, but with the filament changer, I'm still stuck with it. Which is funny because it's not even their slicer isn't even their slicer. A slicer is the thing that models, that breaks down your 3D model on the computer into the lines and shapes that your 3D printer needs to make. That's what the slicer does. It also, being more advanced these days, controls, color changes and different things. But in essence, that's the most basic way of talking about it. But holy crap. Ad break. Okay. But yeah, theirs isn't even their own. This is gonna sound ridiculous. So, Bamboo printers have Bamboo Slicer. And kind of like one of the better ones. Kind of one of the better slicers out there. Trickle down, people who didn't have Bamboo printers wanted to be able to use this slicer. So they made an open sourced version of it called Orca Slicer. Like, like killer whales, orca. What Creality did was they took the open source one, flipped what side of the screen it showed the information, and added in, they like, I want to say, the best way to say it, they just started stripping stuff down. They took out a bunch of stuff from it, added in what they felt they needed. For the longest time, and it's still pretty bare bones on this, you can have presets for different filament. For the longest time, they only had theirs in there, and you had to like manually add yours in. But this thing has RFID chips for the filament, so if you have like a nicer filament with RFID chip, it would read it. It would only read it if it was Creality. Now they've added Sunlu, and finally, the My Filament of Choice, and not sponsored, just had very good luck with them. I don't think I've actually bought a filament so far that I've had terrible luck with. Like, I haven't been able to say this is absolutely dog shit or anything like that. But the one I always get is Polymaker. I feel like they're reasonably priced, and I've had a lot of success with various styles they have. Now, I mainly only print in PLA. I haven't even attempted like PETG or anything on this printer. I did on my old one once, and I don't even think it might have been Polymaker. It might have been Polymaker, but I think it was really the Micro Center brand, Inland. I'm not entirely sure on that one. But I had that. It was a bit of a struggle. I think this one would be easier to make that transition. And then this one can also print ABS, which I couldn't do with my old one, because you have to have a heated chamber to do that. But you also need to like vent, and I'm really nervous about that one. Like, I need to be able to vent out my office to print that. Okay, here we go. $1989-04-21. I bet that's the release date. But yeah, I love it. I also have a resin printer. That one's nothing to write home about. Kind of just, for the most part, it works. I feel like most of the time, if it's had a problem, it's been something I didn't do right, and I still don't know much about it. But as long as you kind of adhere it properly, it kind of just works. It kind of just works. Oh, Nicholas. I lost my job at the bank. How'd you do that, bud? Well, a woman asked you to check her balance, so you pushed her over. That's not what she meant. She She wanted you to tell her how much money was in her bank account, silly. That's no wonder they fired you. Oh my gosh. So, nothing that anybody did bad today, but that just reminded me of, not of my work, but, so today, lunch, since today is an honorary Friday, we always get Mexican food on Fridays from this place right across the street, and we like them for the most part. We really do. I called a few times this morning and they didn't pick up, but they eventually did. We go in to get our food. The guy said 12 minutes it'll be ready or whatever. We go in and quickly notice that the only one in the restaurant is the cook. Now I was wondering why. I'm like one of the normal ladies didn't take my order, and the guy kind of had struggled to take my order, and I was wondering why. I was like, oh, but I figured, when I made the phone call, there's been times that, they're in the washroom or something, and so the guy just took the order. I've literally had him switch, I've had him switch the, the phone over to someone else, partway through before, just because they weren't right there. Anyway, we go in. He's the only one there. Absolutely, positively the only person working. So I felt bad. And then I also had, when I ordered on the phone, just because of other things going on and him struggling, I had forgotten to order chips and salsa. My coworker gave me so much crap because I asked this man. I was like, "Hey, I'm so sorry. I forgot to order chips and salsa." Now, the only reason I asked is because it's chips and salsa. It's the tortilla chips are made, scoop them into a bag, get the salsa out of the fridge. There's nothing crazy to be done here. And he did it. And then I'm waiting to pay, and he just goes, he's like, on here, can you write down your name and phone number? He couldn't use the register. He's not, that's how it works, you're the cook, you're not the cashier. He couldn't use the register. I gave this man an IOU. Never in my 35 years have I ever not paid for my meal up front. I feel so weird about it. At any point, I feel like the cops are gonna be at my door saying I dined and dashed. It's such an awkward thing, and I'm just I have I feel so bad for the guy. I do. Because that is not a position you want to be in. I've been in that position. The difference was I could work all the positions. I had the experience, I had the training. He does not. He got thrown into this. I feel awful for him. Someone else that just works in the building, I don't work with them directly usually, told me you should have helped him. How am I gonna help him? Get behind the counter and start making the food myself? You can't do that. I don't have a valid food handler's license. If anything, it'd be causing him more problems. And guess what? I also can't check out the register because I don't have credentials to do. I'm like, what did you want me to do? I would have freaking ordered from there if I knew that he was there by himself and couldn't ring us up. I would have gone elsewhere. Nothing, like, you know, not as a way against him, but as a... He's already got enough to deal with. Not an entire office full of people. I mean... And I'm a little mad just because I don't think he's the owner. And hey,
Renewing. I've been to hell and back and back.
Hold on. Stop. I need to pause real.
Change places.
Yes. Well, this is blasphemous. We're wearing a PlayStation hat while building a Nintendo set. That's rude. Thanks for the resub, D. Much appreciated. We're gonna take a stop here because I always miss being able to get the variables to fix that, and then I don't remember until later. So, I'm gonna do that right now. First things first, action history, sub goal, resub alert. That should have the stuff. Month streak. We're gonna go with month streak. Okay. Cumulative or month streak? Cumulative. Oh, Nicholas, I'm gonna refund you for that one because I'm not gonna catch it in time. Good. That's not even what I wanted. That's not even what I wanted. I wanted manage requests. Thank you. Right now? Right now. Why is it not in here? It's so weird. Oh, is that? That's not a... Yeah, he redeemed his points. Where is it? That's a weird one. Where are you? I literally don't see it. Alright, I will get those refunded to you, I promise. It's not here right now. Okay, anyway. Resub. Twitch alerts. Target. Variable name. Cumulative. Really, you should be able to copy that. Control A, Control V. Okay. Control A, Control V, Control A, Control V, go. Da 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 da. Yes, the GDR text, okay. And then there should be a... What is the send message? Or does it do that automatically on the... How's that post? That is an automatic Twitch thing. Okay. Save. So now action history. If I rerun this, re-queue.
Renewing. I've been to hell and back and back.
What did it say? Did it say? I couldn't read it.
Renewing.
No.
I've been to hell and back and back.
Oh, now this time it didn't pull cumulative. That's... This time it pulled months subscribed, too. I think this thing just wants to piss me off. Alright, the initial one didn't do months subscribed, it did cumulative. We'll leave it at that and see what happens. Screw up my count too, probably. 16 out of 15 now. Yeah, whatever. It is what it is. Okay, let's go. Boom. Okay. Let's keep going. We're at number 29. 29's done. 30 it is. Okay. Clips. I got that. This and the 3x. Okay.
What is your emergency?
Oh,
okay, ma'am,
my
calm down. What
goodness.
kind of shot?
Mac, I thought you were busy. Gotcha. Oh my god, you did get me again.
Now that's what I call my quality tool.
I owe you 2 of those, Nicholas. I owe you 2 of those. I think it's just because they keep coming in at the same time with this. Yeah. All right. Hey. To building Game Boys and to friends.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine, and you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
Nicholas, we all know that brick building and having to do all these freaking shots, it's hard work. So thank you for the hydrate. Cheers to you, friend. And you know, we also know that trying to bring home networking equipment, get ready for a stream, and fix a 3D printer all within 30 minutes. It is freaking impossible. So here's to you guys for waiting an extra 20 minutes. Much appreciated. Love you all. Ugh. Oh, righty then. Let's do this thing. 32 is done. 33, let's go. You know what's I'm waiting for Lego to come out with? The Lego Jar of Dirt. A 525 piece set. No, it'd probably be more like 923 pieces. It'll retail for $150. And there will not be a minifig or any printed parts. All stickers. They will actually include 6 stickers just because. You don't actually need them. You don't need the stickers at all. They're just going to have them. Next. Sowie. How dare you take my ducks? How dare you take my freaking duck, man? Who do you think you are? It's my jumper. 3x1 jumper. G Monkey left to go get milk. No, he went to go hang out with the cool Jeep owner club. They're death wobbling down the new O'Hare bypass. Well, fella. Hey there, fella. What you doing? Okay, be careful. I need an adult. If anybody wants to buy 100 minifigs for $5 a pop, they're worth more than $5. See why that's not going to work. Hold on. There we go. Alright, I haven't actually physically looked at my printer at all. Give me a second. All right, we back. Like I said, I just need to physically see what was happening. Make sure it was still printing right, because a thing. It's a whole thing. G-Monkey said, nope, I'm getting ready to leave work in 3 minutes. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Then you're gonna go death wobble down the new O'Hare bypass with Brixplorium. He says no, but I know it's true. Oh, I was like, why is it not fitting? Because it goes on the bottom. I was just working it out the wrong way. I was working it out like left to right, when the right actually went stupid. I'm stupid, okay? Shut up. No, I have a stock Cherokee, no wobble. See. So the guy I worked with back in the day, we're not friends. But he owed me a favor, and I borrowed his G for the weekend. It didn't have it. It was the Rally Edition. Whatever one they used for that, it was the Rally Edition. It didn't have anything that wasn't factory. But I got it up to 80, and it was like... So I just assumed all Jeeps just did that. What are some tips to fall asleep fast? You're not old enough for my tips to fall asleep fast, my friend. The first one would be stop counting how long it takes to fall asleep, though. If you stop saying that it took you, if you stop counting that it's taking you an hour and a half to go to sleep, you might fall asleep. That's one suggestion. It's really all I got, though. Talk to me when you're 21 and I'll give you other tips. I have at least 3. Four, but only one of them requires a doctor's prescription. But I don't know, just, if you're gonna drink anything, drink water. A couple hours before bed. No caffeine, a couple hours before bed. Stuff like that, man. I don't sleep the best either. I'm probably not the best person to give you advice on that, but like that's what I got. Bag number 3. That's it. Widow bags. And I think that's the thing of rubber bands. Now I'm interested to see how this goes. I have heard a lot of people say that they've had trouble with their buttons sticking. But I've also heard other people say they've had no problem. So I feel like it's a builder thing. I wonder a rubber band? Interesting. Thought there'd be more than one. Like, I'm kind of loving all this, but at the same time, I don't know. Not really catching on with the Easter eggs. Go. Yellowish green. Is what the sheet says. If that's the right one. I think it is. Oh no. Bye-bye. Hopefully that's an extra. This must be for the D-pad. I don't think I did, but let me just make sure I didn't miss anything from this person. I really don't think I did. Fits in, nothing actually attaches. Press that into place. That's going to be the rest of the time. Four by one. One by one.
The time has come. Execute Order 67.
Yes, my lord.
No, not 67. Order 66. Execute Order 66.
Hey!
Aw, man. Never let us have any fun. It's always kill the Jedi. Press. Press the civilians. Control the galaxy. It's never, you know, don't you guys like take like 20 minutes, get a cup of coffee? you have a little, you know, why don't you show everybody that little dance number that you worked? Ooh, hey, hi, hold on. Hold on there. Oh, okay. That's not the right piece. There we go.
Execute Order 69. Nice. Nice. Okay, now seriously, go do it.
For real, though. Not for real. Okay. Heck yeah! Darn tootin' we're halfway there. Let's go. Who would have thunk? Who would have thunk it? We're halfway done. Crazy. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I wasn't done with that page. Thank you. Thank you very much. I wasn't done. You know, it's probably good that I'm building this once. Kind of give me a better idea. Give me a better idea what I gotta do to make it working. Another printed part. Just gonna go face. Despite what I normally do, that's gonna go facing up because I know that this is the bottom. Nothing should be going underneath this. Yeah, see? See? Knew it. I knew it. How often are you actually attaching this stuff to a brick? I feel like not often. Makes sense now. Come on. Come on, Mia. I just want to show you where we're at real quick with the printed parts. We've got the headphone jack, start select, and Nintendo Game Boy. Oh yeah. Lay it on. There we go, now I'm not worried. Got those two in. Bears. Two of these. These are fun little disc shapes. And these caps too. Are these new for this, or they had them for a while? I've never seen this piece before. I like it. So they don't say B and A, which is kind of crazy. I don't know. Okay, so. Hold on. Okay, I did that right. I did do that right. And then I just need to do this again, that's all. See how these get stuck. I can definitely see how these get stuck. Okay.
When this this baby hits 88 miles per hour, you're gonna see some serious shit.
This one gets stuck. I want to see. This might be crazy. But if you were to flip this around the other way, does it just sit different? Oh my gosh, I think it might. It still gets stuck, but not as bad, I don't think. Okay, let's see if that works. Okay. Looks good to me. Shaping up now, guys. Yep, I did that. I did exactly that. Thank you. And that brings us to number 100. Let's freaking go. 100 down, 40 to go. There's a few more pieces left in this. Shoes. Ducks. You guys have been slacking on the ducks. Look at that. Brixplorium's back. Bringing the ducks along with him. Yeah, we're only at 6. There's your next printed piece. Look at that. Oh, yeah. Oh yeah, my buttons don't get stuck. So I really think that's it. One part of the, make sure your rubber bands are on the outsides of the clips. But 2, just try flipping around that brick. Try flipping around that brick. It might not get stuck. I know it's supposed to be the same on either side, but I think it honestly might be an issue. Had to run some errands, I'm sure. Little test drive there. See how much Lego you could fit in the back? There. Oh yeah. Now we got 2 of these, which fit into here. That's a choice. That's an interesting choice, but it works. Alright. Ooh. No, I did something because I have 3 of these cones. Where do 3 cones come into play? Watch out here. Ow. 3 cones. Come on. 2 cones even. We're going way back. It's the 2-door Wrangler, so it won't hold much Lego. Oh my goodness. Did I do that? Kind of funny, actually. Held them. I have so many of those too. Is there something else for it? I'm goofing up left and right on this bad boy. Okay. There we go. There we go. Everybody's in place there. That's a self-contained thing, so I'm not even worried about it. And pop that back on. There we go.
Hello there.
Hello there. Tots and taquitos kind of I love that idea. I can't believe I went back 40 steps. Also, dang, 40 steps the same bag? That's wild. No! It jammed again? Yep, hold on. That's an easy fix. Be right back. We're back. Printer had a clogged pooper. No good. No good. Clogged right up. So it's all fixed now. Okay. I think that holds the screen. Johnny. There we go. If you guys are looking for Black Friday deals, make sure that you are following one of my social media accounts, or you can join the Discord. They're getting all posted there. There's been a ton of deals so far, and these are all Lego.com and Amazon I have available to you. I think it's well worth your time. I know, like I said, I've already found it useful for myself, which I found hilarious. I'm not only doing other people a service, I'm doing myself a service here. That's how I knew my Grogu was 50% off. I was like, ooh, look at that deal. Do be careful though. Please do your own comparison when you see these deals, because I have seen Amazon themselves. I don't have any Target links, but Target's been doing this too. I've seen Amazon themselves actually raise the price to say it's on sale. You still can end up getting a better deal than the retail price, but you don't save as much as you think you are. So just be careful with that. See what retail price is. See if it's worth it to you. Don't just look at it as, oh, it's 50% off. Fantastic. Make sure it's actually 50% off. Make sure that that's something you're comfortable with. I'd rather you feel comfortable with your purchase. Be like, hey, you know what? That's not quite the savings I'm looking for on this, and skip it. Then you buy it and then come in the stream or come on the Discord or something and say, hey man, you ripped me off. This set was actually raised up $20 and I only saved like $5. Just do your due diligence. Check with Lego. Also, the other thing, make sure Lego still has it. Make sure it's not something that's retired and not coming back. It may be the only opportunity you have to get it. You should likely have a couple minutes to be able to make a decision. You should be totally fine on that. I don't think any of these things are selling out in 30 seconds. And for the Lego.com ones, you know they're not raising the price on them. It's Lego. They set the retail price. So if it's on sale, it's on sale. So I myself will be heading to the Lego store on Black Friday to try to get my hands on an Enterprise, hoping I don't get screwed. There. Sweet. And then if we're looking at this set here, I will tell you, if you're too young to know, the screen was pretty, like, the screen was set back on the original one, but it wasn't this set back. Like, this is just so you can get the dimensions that it is. That it was not this far back. Let me see the final product here. I know there was a separation, and like honestly, a portable device back then, kind of what you'd expect, but yeah, it wasn't as far back in the show. Closer. Getting so close. Oh, there's only like 10 steps left in this part. That's sweet. I like that. Didn't realize we were that far along again. Last time I was like, we had 30 steps, and it felt like it took forever to get there. Now we're almost done with the actual thing here. I'm excited. I'll tell you, I would maybe consider pulling a Mr. Herall and modifying a brick to get an actual power LED in there. I might actually consider doing that. I love that the new stickers in this are the cartridges. That's fantastic. So far, I'm loving this set. I'm telling you straight now, I really have little to no gripes, and just nope, still not sticking. I've taken this apart 4 times already. Still not sticking. Oh my god. Okay, well, you know, warn a guy. I don't want to get deported, you know. You gotta warn me this is happening. You're still out there. They might send me to Canada. I don't know if I have a jack in it. It can't be going with the music. It doesn't catch the music. I think it's just convenient. I think it's either the fan or the 3D printer that's catching it. Ooh, child. Brickstorm, did you have a OG Game Boy? You did, okay. Correct me if I'm wrong. There was a in addition to the power, or to the volume, wasn't there a dial for the contrast? You inherited from your eldest brother when he left for the army. Very cool. I got, because I didn't have one until the Game Boy Color. I didn't have a Pocket either. Ah! God, you don't have to answer it because there's the thing. There's where it says contrast. Maybe it's in here and I just didn't. Okay, and I want that. Okay, I see what they did. When they showed the schematic, they showed all the things. They didn't highlight the contrast button. The contrast roller. That's why I'm like, it's missing that. I knew it was there. I've seen the training video. It's just sad to say. I'm like, I've seen the training video. There you go. Now I can see it. Oh my god, that was the problem the whole time. It was turned down too low. Oh, there's your problem. The contrast is turned down. Yeah, I need a refund. You know, it's a shame. They really should do the quality control on these things. They made a choice on that one too. They're like, they made a choice in that video. Like, we're gonna make this guy the biggest D-bag. It's like we are gonna call out every nerd right here. Yeah, actually, I work in IT. This is horse shit. I've never seen such a horrible. Figure you spend all the money on this, and they'd actually do some quality control testing on it. No, it's your contrast. It's just turned down. Get that stretching done, friend. That should help with the sleep. Stretching helps, I'm sure. Now, if only they had a link cable for these, so I could connect to my other friends who have a Lego Game Boy. Ingot piece. Do I have any other ingot pieces visible out here? Gonna face down. Or so you can hook up the printer and take selfies with the camera. That's right. That's right. Let's go. I'm done. I did it. Take off the battery pack, which, by the way, later models was down here. God, I wish I had my mag light on this. Barely see the screen. This is why you always had to play. That's why you can only play between the street lamps as a kid. Alright. Let's Calm yourself. Ooh. Oh my. That is satisfying. It really does snap well. It feels like the right tension. Maybe ever so slightly too heavy, but like pretty freaking good. Hold on. Not only Bricksplorian brings up a very good point, but he missed one even crazier thing. So people forget that Nintendo had selfies before it was cool. Really pixelated, but selfies nonetheless. Do you know what else the Game Boy camera did well before it was cool? This frickin' thing could do filters. That's right, it was Snapchat before Snapchat was even conceived. You could also print out your Pokédex. That was another major thing. And if you got all 151 because you had to go to a Toys R Us and have the guy put it on for you. Or you just had a Game Shark, either way. But you only need 150 in your Pokédex. You can print out your certificate for becoming a Pokemon Master. The magnifying light was way better than the warm light. Oh, 100%. I as someone who had both, can't quite tell you why. Oh, I know why. I do know why. There was a reason. But I quickly stopped caring because I wanted peak experience. So I had a worm light on my Game Boy Color. I did have one, and so it would go here. I don't know if the Game Boy Color went on this side. I don't remember. It's been a very long time. I have one in the drawer.
911, what is your emergency?
Oh my god, a
okay,
third.
ma'am, calm down. What kind of shots?
That was weird. That's not okay. That's bad. I don't like this. Oh, I don't like this.
That's what I call high-quality tool.
Water afterward. I don't think that's helping. I don't think any of this is helping. This is bad. This is bad. Oh gosh. You know, like I had like 2 Slim Jims before the stream, right? The small ones, which is like 2/3 of a regular Slim Jim. Dear God, to Matt getting 3 of these in one stream. Sick son of a gun. Oh God, that one didn't go down good. Ugh. You need to add a snack redeem. Thanks for what, YouTubers. I appreciate you, man. Oh, you know, when after sure. All right. To the OG Game Boy. To Nicholas. We all know brick building can be thirsty work. Cheers to you, friend. All that, plus I'm sure the, like, even though as mild as they are, the PLA fumes, probably not good for me either. What the hell? Oh, they're doing this bogus. Okay.
Got bears.
What the hell was I even talking about? Also, that was one small step for man.
It's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
Excuse me. Look at those ducks. Look at all those chickens.
What's wrong, McFly? Chicken?
What did you call me, Griff?
Chicken! McFly!
Nobody calls me chicken.
We good?
Great Scott! Great Scott! Great Scott!
It's got its own stand. I love that. It's got a stand. The game's got a stand. If you put the game in, all good. Trevor Scott. All right, next. Listen up, y'all, 'cause this is it. Sweet. Okay, there. You're not in frame anymore. You gotta be in frame, buckaroo. There you go. You can put Super Mario Land right here. Look, now they're both in frame. Kind of fragile at this point. I would suggest doing this set, put it down, because this is gonna, these two would push it out. I'm semi-aware of that. I did not know you went by Scotty in middle school, because one of the greatest Chicago Bulls of all time. Wow. Okay, one, he fantastic, but he was third fiddle. He was the third best player on the team at the time, I'm sorry to say. Still won the grass. Not arguing that fact. Not arguing that fact, just overshadowed, that's all. overshadowed by the goat and I'd say someone who probably had relations with the goat. Oh, hey. We're reusing this. The worm. Yeah, the worm. The man who broke his ding-a-ling 3 times. We've seen that before. I like that we're reusing this printed piece as a coin cell battery. That's what keeps your save file from going bye-bye. Second that's gone, you're done. Second that's gone, you're done. Okay, so that's actually supposed to stay up there. Hey, there we go. I forgot how it was designed for a minute. Was it Game Boy Color that this was, and was married to Carmen Electra? Well, you know. If you're a grown-up, at some point I highly suggest you watch the ESPN 30 for 30 on the worm. It is something. If you're a child, I recommend you watch the ESPN 30 for 30 on Space Jam. That is hilarious. Seeing a bunch of sportscasters and like sports historians and stuff talking about the game between the Toon Squad and the Monstars as if it actually happened. Listen, I'm just surprised that like Scottie Pippen isn't bald with all the time. Not Scottie Pippen. Dennis Rodman. I'm surprised he is not bald with all the times he dyed his hair. Because he dyed it like way too often. And yeah, I do recall I was around for him marrying himself as well. Are there tax benefits to that? It did. Bill Murray was the backup part. He was. And then the guy thought he was Dan Aykroyd. It was great. Which, by the way, okay, just if it was a basketball player, they played themselves in Space Jam. For the most part, any other actor in the movie played a character. Bill Murray is the only actor to play himself in this movie. It was a wild time. The fact that this movie was actually made is insane. And I also love that was not as good. Looney Tunes back in action though. Still good. Brendan Fraser and Jana Elfman. Still love it. Space Jam 2. My only redeeming fact on it is I didn't like the movie overall. My only redeeming quality from it was when I think it was Daffy. I think Daffy comes in, he's like, "Guys, I found Michael." Never saw Space Jam 2. You don't have to. Guys, I found Michael. And then so they do like the big lead in to Michael Jordan coming into the locker room. And it's not Michael Jordan, it's Michael B. Jordan. And I think the reason I thought it was more hilarious was like I kind of called it. I'm like, man, you know it'd be really funny they did right here if it wasn't actually Michael Jordan again, and them doing the bit a third time. I'm like, it'd be funny if it was Michael B. Jordan. And it was great. Because on top of the fact, it's like, Daffy, you guys have met. You played with him in the last game. How'd you not know it wasn't him? I love that. Is this just here to be here? I don't think anything fits in that spot. But that is wonderful. That's a wonderful little stand. This thing looks great. This is, honestly, as close as you will ever get to an accurate gameplay. Kind of funny that they, excluded from the blueprint a play feature. Well, I guess because there's technically so many play features, I guess they just forgot. Like, I would say the only thing that I dislike slightly is the rubber here. Just because I felt like they could have probably maybe found some kind of way to keep it from rocking. But I like it otherwise. And my buttons are not sticking, and that is very important to me. That was the only complaint that I really heard from people. Was like, my buttons stick. I think you guys did something wrong, or just turn around. Ooh, I don't like that. Hold on. Bender's got to make... Oh, you can't make that adjustment. That sucks. I thought that was a 1x. I just don't like the injection point being on top, but there's nothing I can do about that. I like it. I like it a lot. Yeah, my buttons don't stick. It's fine. Everything's good. I love it. I love it! It's great. Alright, so we're gonna backtrack this, like, all the way. I want to see... I want to look at the blueprint together. Or the features. And we gotta put the other lenticulars in too. Remember the Gatorade? If I could be like my commercials, poor Larry Bird being in the background of each one of those. Yeah, that's fair. Okay. Yeah, they did not. They just skipped it. Wait, what the hell? Oh, dude, this isn't even right. This is not the battery cover. This is. Fair. Uh-huh. But yeah, they skipped this. In this. No, they didn't skip that. That's right, the power supply. Yeah, they skipped this one, and then, okay, so there's overall, and this, like, again, this is not a representation of this at all. This is just the book. They Why? We're done. Make it harder to look at? Are they now correct? Because you put it upside down, so now, yeah, the battery cover goes there. Yeah, I don't know. Also, this clip's in and I didn't put it in. There. My bad. My B. And if you had one of these, it would not. This would have been a flat plastic thing, but that's neither here nor there. This looks great, though. I love this. Alright, so we are going to switch out the lenticulars. Which means take off the battery cover. Get Zelda here. Awakening. Very cool. Very freaking cool, dude. I don't know if this is catching you up because it's like very... Let's see if this will catch it better. Not much. Okay. But I mean, you can even see there, like you can see it. Which is awesome. Not the order you're supposed to do that in, but there it is. Pop that out. Last one. See how it slots in there. Press that up to it. Pop your battery cover back in. And... ooh, that's hard. Super Mario. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. God, that's so tiny. It's so teeny tiny. I don't think that I got any of the Mario games until the Game Boy Advance. I think that was when I started getting those. I'm gonna put these back here. I kind of want to display the Legend of Zelda cartridge. And have this one in. That's what I want to do. I like this, man. Super cool stuff. If you guys don't have this already, I recommend getting it highly. It's not too expensive. You can get it on sale for the most part. If you have the means, I highly recommend. And with that being said, folks, we are at the end of the stream. It's almost 8 o'clock here. Perfect timing. We are going to find a friend to raid out to. Remember the Jordan Miller debate and rivalry when they punched each other? I don't. Okay, well, let's see what we got here. Well, I don't speak Portuguese. I'm so sorry. I can't.
What's up?
Oh my gosh! Tuesday! Special teams, special plays, special players.
Goodness gracious!
Hello there.
Howdy, Blasted. How you doing? You came in right at the end. We finished the Game Boy. Built ourselves a Game Boy today. I love it. It's good. It's good. I like it. Picasso. Stop doing that, Bender. Let us go. Someone's building, what are we building? This person is building the retro radio. We're gonna go stream into them. Get your raid messages ready. There they are. Only gotta be a follower to get those. Alright. We're gonna start that. Folks, I will see you this Sunday at 10 a.m. You guys, if you are in the U.S., have a wonderful Thanksgiving. Good luck on Black Friday. Be safe. May your deals be bountiful, and may your wallet be happy. And if you haven't already, like, subscribe, follow, share, do all the things. But most importantly, I need you to stay absolutely bricktastic, just like you already are. And as always, I'll catch you on the brick side.